Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Stonks Maxxing. We are currently at day 170, so making some pretty good progress on our road to becoming, say, a decade experienced investor. So in this, I kind of want to continue building out our pharmaceutical model. And this isn't a financial model per se, but more so a chart of the lay of the land. A chart of the lay of the land for all of these big pharmaceutical companies, life sciences, and bioscience companies. So I have here, I think I want to focus, maybe create a section here on, new slide. We'll call this insert. Got it. How do I insert a text box? Oh, here we go. So I think one company or one class of companies are large, diversified pharmaceuticals. Oops. Large diversified pharmaceuticals, and then within this space you have small molecule. I was thinking small molecule versus biologics as a way to split up the different types of drugs, if that's a classification. I think maybe another way of looking at this is preventative versus treatments versus cures. There's also, I think, the idea of, let's say, a medicine versus a vaccine. I don't know if that's two different things, but when I think of a vaccine, I think of something that is used to prevent a disease from happening. And then you have the other side, which is once you have the disease, how do you treat it or cure it? It's molecule versus biologic. Preventative versus treatment versus cure. Yeah, and I think there's probably a differentiation between something that prevents a condition, something that treats a condition, and then something that cures it. I think antibiotics, that comes to mind as a cure. If you have a bacterial infection, you take an antibiotic, and after that, that should hopefully kill the harmful bacteria in your body. I think a treatment, top of the mind is insulin. So I don't think diabetes today is something that you can cure, but I think it is something that you can treat with insulin. I don't fully understand how the diabetes condition works. I think it has something to do with your pancreas, and it's not able to secrete insulin, which regulates the blood sugar levels in your body. Could be wrong, not a doctor, so this is something where it's a bit more out of my field of knowledge. And I think there's also preventative care. So preventative care, traditionally I think of it as a vaccine. So I take the COVID vaccine that hopefully will prevent me from getting the symptoms of COVID and having that virus spread throughout my body and then throughout culture, society as a whole. So that's maybe a way to look at it. And then I think finally I had like vaccine versus antibiotic versus, I guess, like maybe, so virus, bacteria, genetics, cancer. Okay. So these are also maybe ways to look at it too, through the lens of what's the actual pathogen. Is it a virus, bacteria? Is it something to do with a mutation in your genetics? I guess that falls under cancer. So Eli Lilly, Johnson Johnson, AbbVie, Novo Nordisk, Roche, Novartis, AstraZeneca, Amgen, Pfizer. Yeah, these all sound sort of familiar. Some of these big Wuxi Aptec. Biomarin. Yeah. Okay, I consider large. Okay, maybe I could consider large diversified companies as large diversified pharmaceuticals, maybe like 80 billion plus. So Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly, Pfizer, Novo Nordisk, I think Vertex was on there, Vertex, Merck, GSK, Amgen, Sanofi. So those are the big insulin providers: Eli Lilly, Sanofi, and Novo Nordisk, right? I think oncology players: GSK, maybe Amgen, definitely Merck, Pfizer, I think Roche, potentially, and AbbVie, AstraZeneca too. Did I spell this right? Oh, Johnson & Johnson. Okay. Johnson, Novartis. Gilead. Okay. Gilead. Lonza. Okay, so maybe I'll do 100 billion plus actually. I think that makes more sense. So I'll remove GSK from this list. And I'll put Gilead and Bristol Myers Squibbs. Okay. Oops. Okay, Bristol Myers Squibbs, and there's one more. Oh, Gilead Sciences, I think. Okay, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is 14. Okay, large diversified pharmaceuticals. Here we go. Let's download this slide. So I realized that logo intern, they actually they limit the number of logos you can actually download if you're on the free tier. I didn't know that, so I have to be pretty prudent about what I choose here. Okay, so large pharma, Microsoft Excel, healthcare, okay. So I'll take a look at the top line real quick. Do annual sales. Okay. So Eli, Lilly, Pfizer, Novo Nordisk, Vertex, Merck, AbbVie, Roche, Amgen, AstraZeneca. Let's see. Okay, so Gilead, Sanofi, Eli Lilly, Pfizer, Novo Nordisk, Vertex, Merck, AbbVie, Roche, Amgen, AstraZeneca, Gilead, Sanofi, Novartis. Novartis. I'm gonna try to not look to my right. GSK, Bristol, Myers, Squibb. Oof. Okay, what's this last one? If I don't get it in the next 10 seconds. Bristol Myers Squibb, Sanofi. Okay. Oh, Johnson & Johnson. It's always escaping me. So let's start with maybe 2020. You can kind of see how much their revenues have been growing over time. I'd maybe consider this as a metric to track. It's like a very high level metric to track. Okay. Man, I don't think there's like a KPIC number that Refinitiv has. Kind of like how Bloomberg has, you can compare multiple companies at the same time. I don't know if there is something like that. KPIC. Actually, yeah, don't. Financials, research. Relative valuation, maybe? Oh, peers. Okay, here we go. Ooh, nice, nice. So we'll do revenue. What? How's there no... Oh, what the hell? Okay. Wait. Revenue. Okay, so I think hopefully this should be right. So 2024, Pfizer was 6,327. So we'll do this in millions. All right, total. Okay. So Eli Lilly, let's take a look. 45,042.7. Novo Nordisk. $42,129. Damn. Okay, that's actually a pretty decent amount of money. So Vertex Pharmaceuticals. Well, 11. Merck was 64. AbbVie, let's see. 56. Okay, Roche. I think this is, damn, 68? What if they sell at $68 billion? No way. Okay, Roche, Amgen. I already have it. 424. Then AstraZeneca. Damn, okay, 54,073. Gilead, 28,754. Sanofi. Okay, so I think these 14 companies easily bring in more than $500 billion worth of revenue, 2024 alone, which is absolutely insane. Bristol Myers Squibb, let's see. 48, Jesus Christ. Okay. Johnson & Johnson, I imagine, is massive. Yeah, okay. I think Johnson & Johnson is number one in terms of revenue. Let me just go Johnson, J&J, financials, income statement. $88,821. Let's see, 85,159. $7,978,740, and then 82584. It's at 7x. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Okay. So I think we can go back to the Lily peers. So revenue. Let's do revenue. Can't believe there's a Japanese fundamentals. Like, what does that even mean? Japan fundamentals. Oh, it's what is this? Short sell restriction. Damn.
Trading a smaller thing versus trading the entire for a big object might be.
Three. 28190. AbbVie. Okay, so 54318. So Gilead Sciences is 27116. Oh, I'm surprised Biogen is on there. Okay. Sanofi. We're gonna remove Biogen for right now. Novo Nordisk 42 by 33719. $27116. All right, Gilead. Vertex 986. And it's 9.2. Okay, Merck. 60115. Oh shit! All right, that's not good. My computer's about to die. Okay, so Roche. Roche is also big heavy hitter. 6. Okay. Yeah, because it seems like it's straight out in the Swiss, so it probably has a currency transfer. Currency conversion. 45811. Sanofi. 45004. And Novartis 4660. And then 45006. So 16% year over year. Oh, it's because I forgot the Eli Lilly. 34124. 10% year over year. All right, but it's not terrible. It's actually pretty strong growth, especially with the base of 640 US dollars. Okay. So Johnson & Johnson's number 1, Roche is number 2. Seems like Merck is also up there as well. So I'm very curious, AstraZeneca, because I know my dad was telling me about AstraZeneca. SEC filings.
You see my point? So I'm saying why arbitrarily 5 gigahertz does not result to your point.
Pascal Sourier. Okay. Call this AstraZeneca Spotlight. Send total revenue, alliance revenue. Rockville, Maryland. Yep, it's very close to me. Frederick, Maryland. On track. Okay. So I think this is worth copying and pasting. So it seems like their company is focusing on oncology, so that's drugs for cancers, biopharmaceuticals. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I guess maybe protein-based solutions, drugs that come from a natural source. And rare diseases, I guess that's something that affects very small populations. Okay. Ecology. Okay, oncology, and then we also have biopharmaceuticals. Okay, biopharmaceuticals, and then what else? Rare diseases. Okay. So we have these. Shit, I can't even spell. Diseases. Oh god, alright, I don't know how to spell. How do you spell disease? Oh, diseases? Forgot an S. And it does seem like their oncology business is pretty much on par with their biopharmaceuticals. I gotta make sure I understand that. Catalyst rich. Okay, gonna be honest, never heard of any of these. Tagrisso, Enhertu, Imfinzi, Calkins. Datroway, Enhertu, Imfinzi. Oh god, dude, these are so hard to pronounce. Farxiga, Farxiga. Why is there an X in the middle of this? Farxiga. That just sounds wrong, man. dapagliflozin's FTCs in development to nephrology, cardiology, and primary care. Multiple COPD trials. Okay.
That is a good, yeah, that's actually a good experiment you can add for it. Okay, I'll do this.
Okay. So let's take a look.
Other play, like moving within my limit and outside my limit. Based on my time.
Okay, I'm trying to remember how much. I think their totally revenues per year in 2024 was under 40 billion, over 30 billion. Okay, never mind. It was 54 billion. Okay.
I continuously keep thinking of increasing stuff. Like
54.
but I see your point that makes sense. Reducing it for one should much easier for us. I mean, training time would be the same, but I
0.73 billion million in 2024 revenues. Okay, so yeah, there's no way. This is $22 billion. This doesn't even add up to 20. Yeah, this doesn't even add up to 22. So I guess these are the key areas of growth that they're expecting. And there's probably some existing drugs that they're really harvesting right now. Okay. AstraZeneca spotlights. Okay. Key drugs. We'll call it drug portfolio. Sustained FLAURA2 growth. I'm not gonna lie, don't know what any of these are. Destiny Breast 3 and 04 new launch markets. It sounds like something to be, okay, this is targeting HER2 plus breast cancer. To build on Tagrisso backbone and EGFRM. Alright. Lung and GU, don't know what that is. Bladder and GI to unlock new wave of growth. Expansion into 1L MCL and finite therapy markets to sustain growth. Calkins. Okay. So that's interesting. So FLAURA2. I think this is something I kind of need to ask ChatGPT for insights. Okay, let me see where my parents are, because I think I do have to meet up with them soon. Ooh, okay. I think after this I might need to head out. So Tagrisso. What is Tagrisso from AstraZeneca? Oh, I have heard of this. The epidermal growth factor receptor. Okay. Tyrosine kinase inhibitor that selectively targets both the common activating EGFR mutations. I think metastatic is when the cancer cells start to spread over. Okay. Tagrisso. So this is non-small cell cancer, lung cancer, I think. Non-small cell lung cancer. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna head out for now. I want to say thanks for tuning in to this stream. It's been a while since I've done something like this. Been busy with some work, but gonna try to continue doing it. So thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys in the next time. Peace.